Hello and welcome along to the first conversion job of this little Transit Connect on my Camper Conversion YouTube channel. Now the first job's going to be taking off all the ply inside, all the ply panels on the back doors as well, cleaning it all back and getting the panels actually ready for insulation. It's going to be insulated with Celotex insulation. I've still got some left over from the previous conversion of a little high-jet camper conversion that I did there. I don't know if it's going to be enough or whether I'm going to have to go out and buy another sheet, but obviously the only way to find out is to get the panels off and see exactly what it needs and what I've got, and I'm hoping I might have enough, but I'm going to have to go out and buy some more insulation anyway, because all of the roof lining is going to be needing some insulation along the top, so I'll probably get some Jablite for that. That went in nice and easy on the high-jet and it made a hell of a difference on that. So as I say, I'll probably just get some of that for here, but for the side panels I always use Celotex on any insulations that I put into any campervans, just because it's one of the best insulation materials out there that you can use, really. So as I say, first things first, get all the panels off. I'm going to get all these off now. We'll have a look and see what the metalwork's like beneath it, see how much insulation is required, and start bagging it in. Right, so that's all the main panels off. I just need to take the cardboardy ply panels off. There's a couple lower down on both sides there. I've taken one off the rear door there, and I've still got that one to come off. Quick and easy way to take the actual panel clips off. They can be a real pain in the ass to get out sometimes, but quick and easy way, just use a really small flathead screwdriver and some long needle nose pliers. I'll show you how to do that, and they just pop straight out in seconds. It's just that quick and easy just to pop them off with some longer nose pliers. So I won't bother filming the rest, it's just rinse and repeat, so I'll crack on, get these off, and we'll have a final look and see what the panel work's all looking like. Right, so there we go, there's all of the panels, all of the chipboard panels off as well, including on the door, so now I can get in and have a real good look. But thankfully, just after a really quick inspection, everything's looking really nice and neat. There's no accident damage, there's no repairs, anything like that. There's no rust or rot that was rotting away from the inside and that hadn't broken through on the outside type thing, like hiding away. So internally it's all nice and neat and pretty good condition, thankfully. So now it's just going to be a case of trying to measure up, seeing where I can squeeze insulation in and where I can't. I think that area is going to be a challenge to get insulation in. I'm not sure, I might have to resort to some sort of recycled plastic for in there. I won't use just the itchy fiberglass, because that can retain more moisture than the recycled stuff. But I still don't really like using that stuff. If I can get away with using Celotex or that kind of insulation, that's the type of stuff that I will use instead. As I say, it's just going to be a challenge to get it into some of the areas. That shouldn't be too bad, I should be able to squeeze a good amount into there. I think it's just going to be the driver's side that's going to be a bit more awkward. As I say, that might just have to have some recycled stuff stuffed into that. But as I say, now it's all off, and now I'll start measuring up. I don't think I'm going to have enough insulation that I've got now, so I'll probably have to nip out and buy some as well. So I'll pick the video up when everything's all measured, I've got enough insulation to crack on, and I'll film it all going in. Right, so cracking on with the insulation just while the floor is setting. I've just had the floor up and I've had the floor inspected, ready to have that insulated and have ultra flooring laid. There will be a video on my channel about that. And the insulation wise, I'm trying to use up insulation that I've still got left over from previous conversions. I've got a mixture of 25mm, 50mm. Some of the panels in here I've measured up, some of them are 50mm, so that's fine. I'm just going to have to cut a few little bits like this. This is just short, it's just missing that little piece there, so I've just been cutting some bits to size. and they'll just sit in and get taped together just to make one full piece. I've got loads of 25mm, so that'll probably just get doubled up, and I'll be able to do that panel on that as well. I don't have enough to do the 50mm panel, the 100mm panels, so I will have to go out and buy some, but I figure I might as well just use what I've got first, and then I can go out and buy just the minimum amount rather than just stockpiling loads of offcuts and stuff in the garage. So I'm going to start getting this taped into place. That's pretty much all cut to shape now. I've chamfered around the corners and the edges, as you can see, just so it sits inside the panel just that little bit nicer and neater and easier. Because as you can see, there's actually a little bevel on the panel as it goes round. So you just need to make little adjustments just so the insulation sits nice and flush against it. So I'll say that one's now ready to get taped in place. Then I'll cut down some 25 and start attacking that side. Right, so there's one panel down, plenty more to go, as you can see, but I say that's a nice neat finish on that, fully enclosed. And now I'm just going to start cutting some bits, and because the bottom area there is going around the wheel arch, that's just going to be more of a case of using offcuts because there's braces in the way and all sorts, so that's just going to be a case of trying to stuff in as much offcut as I can, and then nice solid panels for the upper panels around there as well. So I'll get the next sheet out and get cracked on. When you're working with Celotex, it's such an easy actual item to use. The only tools you need are a tape measure and a bread knife. That's it. Now I do normally use a little respirator mask as well, but that's just because I'm sure breathing in any of the dust when you're cutting it probably won't be good for you. But other than that, as I say, that's all you need tools wise. Just mark it up, slice it straight through with a bread knife, and just fit it in. So I'll get this next one cut down and get it fitted in. Right, so there's the top panels all done, apart from the rear doors and the sliding door on that side, but the sliding door is going to have a window in, so that's not going to have insulation in just yet. The rear doors still need doing, but I'm just concentrating on the actual main side panels at the moment. So that's those three done. I just need to squeeze insulation into that bottom one and then work out how I'm going to do around the wheel arches. As I say, I think it's just going to be a case of stuffing off cuts in and seeing how best I can fill them in. So I'll get that bottom one done, crack on, and pick it up when it's getting there and leave it to completion. Right, so that's insulation stuffed into all of the panels now. I've managed to get that rear panel lined. I've managed to get a full sheet in behind there as well, because in behind there's nothing actually supporting or like stopping you from squeezing anything through. So I've just managed to get a full sheet and just squeeze it all the way along. As I say, there's a full sheet of Celotex behind there as well. So that's all of the interior now panelled up with Celotex. I'm just about to do the roof. I normally do the roof insulation separately, but I figure I'll just shut it all into this one video instead. I'm just going to be using Jablite for the roof. It's the same insulation that I've used in the little high jet that I've done there, and that came out quite nicely. So again, it's just a similar sort of thing, cut it down to shape with a bread knife, and then it just needs sticking in place with high temperature adhesive and supporting while the glue cures up. Now thankfully the width of the van for the roof line is actually 120, which is the same width as the sheets of that, so it's just a case of measuring the lengthwise, so it's around about 70 that I need. So I'll get these cut down, get them glued up and stuck up. Yeah, so there's all the roof insulation up. Obviously I need to make some headlining, but that's a different job for a different day. This is just regarding insulation. So that's all the panels, all the roof lining now done as well. The only thing left to do, 2 rear doors, and it's all done. So I had some Jablite left over after I'd insulated the roof. Seemed an absolute shame just to waste it, and seeing as the rear doors needed insulating, that's what I've done for the rear doors. So now that is the van completely insulated with Celotex on the interior panels, top and bottom, Jablite along the roof lining, and Jablite in the rear doors as well. Now I know some of the panels, especially that one particularly there, you could squeeze in probably another 50mm, maybe another 75mm worth of insulation. But as you can see, it is already fully Celotexed in. And a lot of the time the Celotex works best when you've got an air gap to work with anyway. So rather than just stuffing it to the rafters, as I say, it's still fully lined, fully sealed. So I'm going to leave that little gap there, and I might even build into that with some sort of shelf for the bed. I'm not sure yet though, we'll see. But either way, I'm still quite happy with how this has turned out. The only place that hasn't got any insulation yet is the sliding door. I'm going to look at that when I put the window in and see how much space is left, to see how much insulation I can get out of that. But other than that, as I say, that's how I've fully insulated all the panels, all the roof, in this little Ford Transit Connect that I'm turning into a little camper van. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, please do give it that old thumbs up. If you haven't already, check my channel. I'm going to be documenting every single job I do on this van while I'm turning it into a fully fledged camper van. Everything from changing the flooring, as I say, the insulation, fitting the skylight, all the bed build, kitchen build, everything's going to be documented on my channel. Already on there is also the full conversion of this Daihatsu Hijet, job by job, everything's documented on there, as well as a VW T4 as well. So, as I say, give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.